Oh, hey there. I know I'm very, very late, but in honor of the holiday and New Year's, the news and I have decided to do a very special holiday New Year's special. And to kick off this special, we have a very unique reading of the famous poem of my creation, There Was COVID Before Christmas. And I thought that this was the only way to recap 2020 in the news way possible. So without further ado, this is There Was COVID Before Christmas. There was COVID before Christmas, and all through the White House, not a bill was stirring, not even a stimulus. The masks were hung by the restaurants with care, with hopes that Fauci would soon be there. All the votes were cast before bed, while 100,000 more magically appeared in their heads. Kamala in her suit and Joe in his basement had just settled down for their new White House placement. When out in Wuhan arose such a clatter, COVID sprang from China to scatter. Away to the U.S. it sprang with a flash, tore open the East, and made quite the dash. The moon on the breast of new-formed protest gave the lustre of chaos and theft. When my wandering eyes should appear, Pelosi and 8 opened beers. With a little old politician, so weak and looking like a banshee, I knew in a moment it must have been Nancy. More rapid than the testing that came, as she whistled, shouted, and called them by name. Now Como, now Whitmer, now AOC and de Blasio, on McConnell, on Graham, on Cruz, and on Don Jr., to the steps of Congress, to the shutters of small business. Now dash away government aid, now this is just simply preposterous. Hospitals got clustered like birds in the sky, as tight as the cell that Ghislaine Maxwell got in July. Then Thanksgiving came and everyone flew, your aunt, your uncle, your grandparents too. Then in a twinkling I heard from the cell the dancing of Americans arrested for just trying to open their hotels. And as Kamala arrested more people for dope, oh look, it's Jeffrey Epstein hanging from a rope. Down with the stock markets as COVID stuck around. It was dress up as a bat from head to foot, but we all knew the economy would soon be kaput. Some drama caused Biden to take a step back as soon as he told us, you ain't black. Christmas then came and we were all merry because the thought of another 2020 was really scary. Vaccines came and started to flow, for nurses and doctors were the star of this long-awaited show. As Trump relished in the shadow of defeat, for he knew this election was not complete. He gathered his things and went straight to the polls, for he knew that Biden accomplished his goals. To rig the election during an age of disease, but we all know Biden had help from the Chinese. With a break in his heart and a twist of his head, Trump headed home, for his chances were dead. In a year full of surprises, this didn't seem like one. The path towards normality had just begun. COVID stuck around to remind everyone of the year they affected and the thousands of people they had infected. In a vibrant flash, Joe Biden appeared once more to remind everyone his inauguration was near. He stood on the podium in front of thousands and reflected on the year. He exclaimed to the crowd and to the news anchors losing their careers, Merry Christmas to all, and, you know, the thing. The end. Hope you all enjoyed a very special presentation of There Was COVID Before Christmas. But now I took it upon myself, and I felt like I'd do the only thing that was fitting during this holiday season, and that is bring you some of the best holiday headlines I could find through my scouring of the World Wide Web. Now, let's get to the good shit. 2020. A mall Santa in Milford, Connecticut, was arrested after exposing himself to a teen in a bathroom. The mall Santa now faces 4th-degree sexual assault charges. Passerbys knew when something was wrong when they heard, ho, ho, holy fuck, what is that thing? 2018. A woman in Scotland made a massive mistake for her 5-year-old son's nativity play at school. She sent him to the school in a shepherd's costume, not knowing the costume came included with an inflatable sheep sex doll. The principal then went on to say that sexual conduct was a common occurrence at this school, as the year before someone brought their mother from OnlyFans for career day. 2018. KFC debuted an EnviroLog for your fireplace that smells like KFC's chicken, herbs, and spices for a special promotion during the holiday season. However, thousands of people had to be rushed to the hospital for charcoal poisoning after the entire state of Georgia ate them. 2013. A 44-year-old woman in South Carolina was arrested Christmas morning after stabbing her husband with a ceramic squirrel after he didn't bring home beer. I don't even have to tell a joke for this headline, but I'm going to. When she was interviewed by a local news about his wife, the husband said she was a little nutty. 2020. Dr. Anthony Fauci, yeah, I'm pretty sure we all know him, has come out and reassured kids around the world that Santa Claus would be coming this year and that he also personally gave Santa the COVID vaccine. Fauci also announced that Santa will not be giving any gifts to small businesses this year. Let's be real. Santa did more work over one night this year than the government did in one whole year. So, fuck you, Fauci. 2011. A man in Ohio was arrested after being high on bath salts, placing a Christmas wreath on a homeowner's garage, and then breaking into their home. The man decided to sit on their couch and blast the television while the homeowners and their son were sleeping upstairs. The son awoke and alerted his parents of the intruder and promptly called 911. If this isn't made into a Hallmark Christmas movie, I will be very, very upset. 2020. NORAD has announced that they will still be tracking Santa regardless of COVID restrictions. NORAD has been known to answer up to 130,000 phone calls about Santa in years prior. However, NORAD has stated promptly that they will shoot down Santa if he does not follow social distancing guidelines. In a brand new cookbook published by an artisan baker titled How to Eat Your Christmas Tree, I know. It features recipes such as Christmas tree pickles and blue spruce ice cream. Me, like many other Americans who aren't in tune with the millennial tree-eating craze, will throw it outside and burn it in a patriotic embrace. I hope you all enjoyed this holiday New Year special of the news. You all waited a very, very long time for this, and I hope I didn't disappoint. Until next time, which hopefully will be very soon, this has been the holiday New Year special of the news.